Yes, but it's some breaking news coming in. Seems like Jay Z has dropped some darn some credible receipts. So I just saw it on Tisa's channel. So we're gonna watch that and then I'm gonna react. Okay. So excuse the way I look. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jay Z, Sean Diddy Combs, it looks like it's Christmas. Baby, we said we wanted the receipts, and Jay Z just dropped, well, actually, NBC just dropped what looks like to be very credible receipts. We have the video. We are going to talk about that. Let me just say this. This is not good. This is not good for Tony Busbee. People are saying that Diddy can go free. No, not from the criminal cases. I know that's up to the prosecution. I'm talking about these 5011 civil cases. Diddy could actually go free because Jay-Z did a last-minute sneak attack. He mixed up his metaphors a bit, admittedly, but he did a last-minute sneak attack on Busbee, dropped the video, and maybe the facts. Listen, we are watching this all at the same time unfold. I'm gonna play y'all the video of Busbee's witness, the girl that said that she was 13 years old. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna play y'all the. Okay, so we got right. Play y'all the video of the girl that's supposed to be Busbee's star witness. Now, Alex Spiro's filings make a lot more sense. And let me just be honest. I don't know if Jay-Z is guilty or not. Every day I'm eating my popcorn trying to see. I do know that in a world of a 13-year-old accuser and a billionaire, I'm always going to see what the accuser has up. I always believe the victims, especially when there's that type of wealth, power disparity. I've realized.
Okay, so y'all see which way we're going with this thing now, huh? So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Um, let's see what's up though.
In the new age of America, we feel like we need to defend billionaires. What are billionaires without us? They are billionaires that control everything. They don't need people licking their boots. I think the 13-year-old, any person that says that something happened to them when they're 13-year-old against a billionaire, I'm always going to give extra energy to that, okay? So I do have to say for everyone, I always believe the victim first. I don't care if they turn out to be lying. There are legal ways for billionaires to make people pay. If they are lying, fine, apologies can be given. But that's where I am. Just want to let anybody know, because I know there's a lot of bootlickers, right? So anyway, let's get into this and the emergency motion. So there was a article that dropped in NBC, okay? And when I first saw the article, I was like, why did Busbee do this? I'm about to read you the article, and then I have the full Jay-Z court docs. We're going to get into that and all the other stuff that's going on. And I'm also going to show you the accompanied video of her interview. And when you see that video, right, you are just going to be like, okay, so when you see that, it's going to put things in a whole new light. Again, this jeopardizes every victim that is suing Diddy.
Yeah, that means Diddy's cases can be dropped. I mean, but just the civil, not the criminal, but the civil. Oh Lord, woke me up with this. Okay, here we go.
Jeopardizes every case that Busbee has. Now, let me be clear. Busbee got 48 hours to react to this.
You got that right.
And every case against Diddy in jeopardy. At the end of the day, why is it put in jeopardy? Because yeah, I know we're thinking people, we're like, okay, well, one case don't mean anything. But let's be real. Because I love the way when people sue for essay, when people sue for whatever, everybody act like we don't live in America, where people are waiting to discredit witnesses, waiting to find a reason to be like, yeah, get out of here. Waiting so they can ignore the wolves around the sheep. This is what we do in America. It needs to change. But the fact that people are acting like we live in a different country where people that say they are essayed, people that say they are victims of DV, people that say that they are actually sex trafficked or drugs or hooked on drugs, that they're treated with respect, dignity, or that most of the people even believe them. I'm sick of people acting like the sky ain't blue. We all know what it is in America, and the way, even if there are two broke people arguing, they usually shame the victim and set the victim up, okay? So, Busbee, I don't know what's going on. Was Jay-Z telling the truth? Is everything Busbee saying BS? Because, hear me out, right? This article dropped in NBC. And before I read the article, let me cook. Because I have some thoughts I want to get out. We'll read the article, we'll see the video, and then I'll get to the emergency motion. Docs, you know the deal. If you're watching this on playback, speed through. Justice limps along, but it gets there eventually. So here's what I'm saying, right? When it comes to this whole ordeal, it was a piece in NBC. And they're like, oh, we found inconsistency in the victim's story. And I said, when did NBC become the segment of the investigation?
The little girl's daddy doesn't remember going to pick her up, for one thing. So that's a huge thing.
Where did you get this information from? Clearly, right? Listen, clearly with all this stuff, the thing is NBC Universal, Viacom, Disney, the NFL. Disney made a statement that said that they didn't know what to do when the Jay-Z stuff hit. And the corporation that's Disney bowed down to Beyonce and let her make the call. Now, great, but that just shows how powerful Beyonce is. The NFL held a press conference. They didn't even hold a press conference about racism. They held a press conference to be like, yo, we stand by Jay-Z 100%. Again, they are billionaires and they have powerful allies. If I was Busbee, would I have done a sit down with NBC? No, because I think you work for the ops. I would have never done a sit down with NBC. And again, this does seem to be a hit piece. But unfortunately, it also seems like Busbee gave them what they needed. And again, I got to tell you, this is super, super concerning, okay? Let me just skip.
I sure hope Busbee has a plan up his darn sleeve. I mean, if Jay-Z is guilty, of course. If he hasn't done nothing, then he's fine, great, But if he's really done something to children, to underagers, they better get it right, okay? All right, here we go, y'all. Please hit the subscribe button, like button.
Get into the article really quick, then we'll get to the video. Because when you hear the video, it's... Oh, I hope this isn't what it looks like. Because if it is, it looks like Busbee. It looks like he might have... I don't even want to say it. Busbee got 48 hours to respond. I'm going to not even say it about the victim. I'm going to play you guys the video, and then you let me know what you think in your own opinion. We'll take a poll. And then we're going to get to the emergency motion to dismiss. They now are citing this article and the video I'm about to show you guys as the reason they want everything dismissed. Jay-Z put out a war cry about how, we don't... Let me just get into this. Let's just play the video, okay? We'll play the video first. Then I'll read the article because I found Jay-Z's response to be very, very funny. Okay, y'all, let's get into this. Let's start with the video because there's so much going on. Where is the video? I think that... Okay, let's get into this. Turn your sound up. Very important.
Be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is in is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in.
Now, pause. For everybody that's just joining, this is the victims sat down with NBC News, which is under Disney. I gotta be honest, it seems like a hit piece. But listen to what she is saying, because I've been asking for some credible receipts that Busbee might not have the motion he's taken. And this is very credible. What did she just say? And we have to address it on both ends, baby. We have to address it. We're trying to get to justice. Yes, we always gonna go with the victim and the broke person, but we still do have to address this. So she said that on the night of the VMAs, she got a friend to drive her from Rochester to Manhattan. Anybody who's ever been in New York knows that is at least a 5-hour drive with no traffic.
Wow.
What friend drove you 5 miles and just dropped you off? On top of that, when they asked for who's the name of the friend that dropped you off, because that's evidence, the friend had already passed away. So the friend can't verify or not if they drove her. Which, okay, fine. But 5 hours? Okay, fine. But what time did your friend have to leave? That means your friend drove down 5 hours, and then your friend drove back 5 hours. Unless the friend was staying in New York. I don't know, right? But let's keep going. Then she said that she was talking to Benji and Joel Madden. And you guys, stop being effing mean. It doesn't matter whether she has autism. I think people making crazy. Like, stop it. We're not going to be mentally ableist in this chat. You guys can leave if you guys are going to start saying disgusting things. Like, literally, knock it off. Homophobia, disablement, whatever it is, just knock it off. We're literally in a war for our lives in this country right now. People trying to play rent, bills, stay out of World War III, and y'all really talking like it's 1809? Get here. Anyway, y'all wouldn't even be here if y'all was into eugenics. And let's be real, and it's usually the people clowning somebody for having some type of disability. Stop it. So anyway, right? Your vibes. So anyway, right? My whole point in saying this is she talks about the Benji Madden. She said that she was given something to drink. And while she was at this White House with this round driveway, she talked to a few people, most notably Benji Madden. The Madden brothers, I forget what they did, but they're musicians. I just forget what their band is called. Were really big in the 2000s. And she said that she remembered talking to Benji because he had like a Last Supper tattoo or something like that. And okay, NBC did some digging and found out that Benji and Joel Madden couldn't have been at Diddy's party because they were touring in the Midwest. So it would have been impossible. Well, I don't want to say impossible because Busbee might have some receipts. But it seems very unlikely that if you are on tour date to the Midwest, you fly into the VMAs. They're saying that the Benji and Joel have confirmed that they were in tour on the Midwest and that they weren't at the VMA Awards. Doesn't mean they didn't fly in for the after party, but Busbee, you got 48 hours to reply with some receipts. On top of that, her tone and cadence is incredibly childlike. Let's keep going. So already there's two huge things that aren't adding up. Let's keep going.
And rapes me. Well,
that's the one. Hold on.
She says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. Well, he at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, "I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind," he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday,
Pause. She said her father picked her up from the gas station. Again, Busbee, you got 48 hours to respond. She said her
Busby, y'all know I have to stop it sometimes. Busby, you have 48 hours because these are some receipts right here, and this could cause all Diddy's cases to be dropped. Also, we have to see what's going on, y'all. Please hit that like button, the subscribe button, please.
her father picked her up from the gas station and drove her home, and they drove in silence, and she never told him about her getting raped that night. They found her father. Now, let me just say, we don't know what her relationship is with her father. Fathers, just like friends, can be paid off. People have wondered how a 13-year-old got to go to the VMAs and did all this stuff without her parents knowing. I don't know if her father's like, I don't know if her father is a father or a father. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I will say, given her childlike delivery, because she's 38 with 2 children, given her childlike delivery, I 100% believe at 13 she was knocking on limo driver windows trying to see if they could take her to Diddy. That part of the lawsuit definitely seems like it happened. But the father saying,
Look, and plus, I believe as far as the limo thing, but also, they said she was essayed later on in life, also. So I don't know.
that he doesn't remember picking her up, and him saying, I
Sorry.
think I would have remembered driving 5 hours to pick my daughter up, 5 hours one way, 5 hours the other. Again, we don't know if the father is a stand-up guy or if he is the town drunk. We really honestly don't know. I think it comes down to with Tony Busbee. How did you get, and again, I'm reserving judgment because Busbee might have something in his hand. But on the face of this is very embarrassing. It seems like Busbee did not vet his client. Your alibi was your dad, and your dad's like, I don't remember that. Now, I know people saying the dad could have been paid off. Busbee, you got the same 48 hours as Beyonce. We need to actually get some answers. But there's more. Hold on.
She said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busbee, said, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory.
Now,
He didn't say that, y'all.
let me just say this. Because
Explain it,
if
Tisa.
this whole lawsuit against Jay-Z turns out to be a lie, and let me just say this. I 100% believe that this NBC piece is weighted to make Busbee and this woman look as bad as possible. However, they didn't have to do much. I do believe this is a hit piece, but again, they didn't have to do much. Why would Busbee let his client sit and talk to NBC?
Exactly.
Why would he let his client be exposed to a hit piece? Why would he let his client be represented by this? Like this. Why didn't you vet the client better? Why did you put in the lawsuit that the father picked her up and now the father is saying,
We
for
don't
that,
even remember.
I think I would have. Why?
Today.
So the fact that Jay-Z may be innocent, or at the very least, he may get off with this. Because let me just say this. Like they said, just because there's inconsistency doesn't mean necessarily the assault didn't happen. Jay-Z has not entered a sworn affidavit that he was not at that party and was not having a freak off, right? He didn't submit hold on a second, y'all. He didn't submit an affidavit saying that, I wasn't hanging out with Puff. None of that. So when it comes to that type of stuff, we really don't know what is going on.
Yep. JC said this incident didn't happen, and he filed it in the court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight he said from victory, not for victory. He didn't say that right. But anyway, y'all please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much.
However, do we know what happened? No. If Jay-Z is innocent, he has 100% right to do a victory lap, make everybody
Yes.
apologize, said, yeah, that's what I thought. But by going after Busbee, he jeopardizes all the cases against Diddy. Now, I can be on Jay-Z's thing and be like, yo, what that got to do with me? You literally tried to destroy me, my family. You ruined my little girl's career. If he's found to be innocent, you ruined my little girl's career. You publicly humiliated me. You did this, you did that. I don't got shit to do with whether Diddy gets out or not. But by Busbee not probably vetting this person, by Busbee getting into a pissing contest, and again, Busbee has not responded. This is a very one-sided. And that's why, let me just say this also. I keep saying, let me just say this before we get to the court documents. Mainstream media and the big news channels wonder why they're going bankrupt. Why the people are being laid off. Why nobody wants to watch them anymore. Because they're always doing this dumb shit under the guise of, we're a serious news organization. You should respect us. This is a one-sided hit piece. This is something that you would find on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, like my channel, where I'm giving my opinion. Oh, you need to be biased. I'm going to ask about bias. This is my opinion, okay? Don't tell me in the conversation I need to be non-biased. The fact that this news put this out and it is a thinly veiled hit piece wrapped in the cloak of, we're just trying to get to the truth. Okay, sure. Now let's get to Jay. Now, I say all that to say, Jay-Z is really feeling himself. And unlike the other statement, I believe he wrote this one. This incident didn't happen. Okay. And I'm not going to say what I always say, but what you...
Like he said, this incident didn't happen. He said this incident, okay? Because y'all know it's some more on the back end that they ain't told y'all about or us about. But anyway, if he's innocent, yippee-ki-yay. But if he's not, get him. Alright, y'all please hit the subscribe button. I woke up just for y'all, just for this. Alright, please hit the subscribe button and like button. Thank you so much. Here we go.
Were you there? This incident didn't happen. And yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. Again, the fact that Jay-Z is acting like he is the defender of the record industry and the hip-hop industry, the Jonah Ark of the hip-hop industry, and he is, unlike everybody else, is settled. He is extending his myth, his mythology, and his power. I just gotta say this. And there's not too much I can say on this, but I do have to say this. Pride goeth before the fall. Pride goeth before the fall. Whatever's going on with this Busbee case, there are other things at play. I think there's a reason that Jay-Z files his answer on the Rockefeller site. I think that there are other things at play. And I think there's a reason he went after this fly with a sledgehammer. And it wasn't, that's all I can say. Pride goeth before the fall. Because I don't think that this is the end of some very serious things that are coming down the road. That's just my opinion. We'll see if I'm right in 8 months, like we did with Diddy, but I just think there are much more serious things coming down the road that Jay-Z may or may not be aware of. And I don't know. Anyway, let's move on, right? He said, true justice is coming. Probably go before the fall, because I think true justice actually might be coming. He said, we fight from victory, not for victory. And that's a very interesting thing. I know he's feeling himself. I know he thought he was like, no bars.
Yeah.
I know he thought he ate that and left no crumbs. However, we fight from victory. Fighting from victory just means you fight from power, right? You're fighting from power, right? And now you're calling Busbee a loser. Not we fight from victory, not for victory. Again, I know he thought he ate, but if you're fighting from victory, you're fighting for another victory. So there's a new battle. You haven't won the war. You've just won the battle, and now there's a new battle. You're not fighting not for victory. You can have victory and still fight for whatever. Anyway, Jay-Z thought he ate. I thought that was interesting, but let's keep going because I have a PowerPoint presentation, so let's keep going.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. What's going on? No, listen, y'all are being stupid. Listen, not y'all, but the people in the back, y'all are being stupid. I get the fact of this doesn't look good for Tony Busbee. Tony Busbee has not responded. But you guys, and I'm telling y'all, and I don't care if y'all believe me or not, y'all gonna feel stupid about 8, 9, 10 months. There's other things at play that you have nothing to do with this lawsuit that may or may not be coming down the road. And that's all I'm saying. Believe what y'all want. Tony Busbee has not.
Y'all, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sitting there like about to sleep. Sorry.
Responded. This is a one-sided hit piece. It might be the total of the thing, but you cannot be serious. But again, Busbee could be a loser. At the end of the day, we've always said Jay-Z could be telling the truth or he could be lying. We asked for some receipts. Jay-Z has dropped receipts. But shut up and stop acting like the people in the back like y'all was really trying to have some type of fair bias thing. When y'all was saying this motherfucker was innocent just because y'all looked at Blueprint 4. Who's an idiot? I was going in on an actual court filing. Y'all were on your knees because you like the Blueprint 4 and one day you hope to be like him. Y'all, not y'all, but the people in the back, I sit here mad because I went with the court filing, which by the way, I'm still waiting for Busbee's response. Baby, I'm always going to side with the victim. Y'all in the back are on your knees because y'all are the fools that would take a dinner with Jay-Z over $500,000. Shut up. It just so happens that y'all might be right, but stop acting like it wasn't based off of anything but clout chasing, idol chasing, hero worshiping, and what.
Oh, Tisa going in on him. I didn't even know I was asleep. But anyway, as far as me, I always thought Jay-Z was in on like the racketeering allegedly, like as far as the money stuff, as far as the SA stuff. I mean, yeah, you got to prove that, but as far as the money laundering and all of that, that's why I truly thought Jay-Z came in at, as far as him and Diddy. But but if he did some SA, y'all get him. Like I said, get him. Okay, we're just gonna watch a little more.
I need to be that mofo. Let's stop it. Y'all had some holy grail of the truth. Stop it. Like, seriously. And it was keep going. Not y'all, but the people in the back, y'all gonna stop acting self-righteous when literally it was being a groupie going right. Y'all don't know anybody in the situation anyway. All y'all know is a Blueprint 4. So, whatever. Let's move on. I mean, listen, to each their own. Let's move on.
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of, being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining us now live. Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, this is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab. And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and his criminal trial begins in May.
All right, very thorough reporting there.
Okay, so, listen. So what do we know from this? Really quick. Jay-Z got his bots out. They deep in the streets. Oh, ringing the trumpet. Tony Busbee has not responded. Again, I don't know why, and this is my whole thing. Busbee rules Texas, and law is a legal strategy. Alex Sparrow got New York and LA on lock. On lock. He is Elon Musk's attorney. Elon Musk is the unofficial
That's true, love.
president, or at least VP of the United States, okay?
Amen.
Again, there's a lot of powerful people and a lot of powerful things at play. So I take everything with a grain of salt until I actually see it in legal documents, okay? Why do I think this is a hit piece? Because moments after this article dropped, Alex Sparrow dropped, when I say moments after, I mean like 5 minutes. Alex Sparrow dropped a scathing motion to dismiss, citing this article.
Oh. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, that's true. Living, loving, and free. Yeah, you got that right.
The whole point of this piece was to give Alex enough for a motion to dismiss. Now, let me be clear about something and my limited knowledge. I don't think the case is going to be dismissed off of this. It just needs to be plausible. Okay, there are a few things that didn't occur, but that will be played out in a jury. I don't think this can be dismissed unless Jay-Z actually opens his mouth and says, I was not at an after party with Diddy. The NBC piece goes on to say, Sean Combs and Diddy were at Club Lotus, so they couldn't have been at the White House with the circular driveway. What are you talking about? Like, are you trying to say because two people aren't in the club that they couldn't actually leave the club and go someplace else? So there's a lot of reaches, but the biggest things are Your daddy said, and we got to see the daddy. And I don't think the daddy.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. I don't think the daddy was at the interview with her. So I don't know if they're estranged. I don't know if he's a. I don't know if he was paid off. I don't know if he's just a God-fearing man and he's like, I'm not going to lie for anybody, even my baby, right? One, she's a mother of two right now. She's 38. Two, this friend that's supposed to drop her off is no longer living. So there's no way to confirm or deny. But it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Because honestly, I was thinking about this, and that's why I'm waiting for Busbee's response. Because this is a hit piece, and I'm just playing devil's advocate because that's what I do, right? Because this is a hit piece, they're trying to make everything look so bad. The friend OD'd. I'm sorry, I don't know if the friend OD'd. The friend is not here anymore. When the friend drove her, it could have honestly been like the friend was going into New York for something. Maybe they had a man or girl. I don't know if it's a man or guy friend. A man or girlfriend. Maybe they had some business in New York. A friend offered to drive her to New York. She said, well, she asked, they said, bet, get in. They went to New York and they dropped her off. Okay?
Hey,
we don't know if the
Chance.
friend drove back. The friend could have stayed in
Hey,
New York because they had
Kim.
some type of business. And they just dropped them off. I do believe, judging by the way she was knocking on limo doors, that's something a 13-year-old do, and she seems actually, even at 38, very, very, very childlike. I do want to say something, even though like people are making disgusting ableist jokes.
Kim had something, but she retracted it. But still, I saw it. Do y'all think Jay-Z allegedly got to the dad for him to say he don't even remember picking his daughter up that night at all? Excuse me, I don't feel too hot, but do y'all think so? Um, oh Lord, I wonder if they got to them, and y'all know, like we say, TMZ is just like being on the side of Diddy, is Jay Z, NBC. Yeah, man. All right, but if he's I think if he's not guilty of this, please, just Lord, please let him free. You know, but but don't let Diddy free, please, Lord God, please. But if he is guilty of racketeering or something, find it. I mean, find it. Y'all remember when Jay Z, he also sued the other liquor company, remember? So yeah, I forgot about that, but I saw it. But yeah, somehow Busbee got 48 hours though to respond to this right here. Y'all please hit that subscribe button. And I see y'all hitting that like button. I thank y'all so much. But please hit the subscribe button also. Thank you so much. Here we go.
In the comments, if you've ever worked with a mentally ill, not ill, but mentally disabled, if you've worked with anybody with a cognitive or developmental disability, she says she has autism. Who cares? Autism is like, I'll talk about that in a second. But if you guys believe in the holographic universe, there's a podcast that you need to listen to about autistic and nonverbal people and how like and it doesn't matter. The whole point, I'm getting off topic. It's really, really good. If you believe in the holographic universe, between nonverbal autistic children and their parents, there's a sort of telepathy where what their moms are thinking, they are able to know from numbers on down. And they do these double-blind surveys that are blowing up in the scientific world because the nonverbal and the abilities that they have. Anyway, it's not hooey-dooey. It's actually like real science. But my whole point is this is, I hate to say it because we live in an ugly world. People with developmental disabilities, cognitive disabilities, people that are not high functioning, but they are on the autism spectrum, the Asperger's spectrum, they are often very, very preyed on all the time. They have the highest incidence of rape, of sexual abuse, of assault, of domestic violence. They have the highest incidences. They are the most vulnerable to a certain extent of our society. Because at the end of the day, they are like 9-year-olds walking around in grown people's bodies. And when I say that, I mean the trust of a 9-year-old. So for someone to say, because somebody was autistic, they couldn't be looked at as something sexual to be used. If people are...
And that's very messed up because I think, yeah, those are the easiest to prey on. You know what I mean? Because they have the mind of even though she was 13, shoot, her mind may have been like what? A darn 10-year-old, 5-year-old, what? I don't know. Y'all, Busbee, 20, you got 48 hours to respond to this. And it's like Jay-Z and them, as soon as the girl did the interview, they popped that darn, like they already had it typed out. You know what I mean? Like it was all like set up. Like, Busbee, you better hit it. I mean, because I got to feel it. I mean, if he didn't mess with that girl, in my mind, y'all know the backstory. I don't care what Foxy say, Aaliyah probably, Rihanna, either the door or the window. Come on now. He guilty. He is guilty in my eyes. Until no, he can't. I can't do that. If he's not guilty of this, he's just the money laundering. Because you know Jay-Z likes to buy paintings. You know they can hide money laundering. That's what I always thought he was guilty of, y'all. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay.
Are on that type of dumb time, and scarily enough, there are a lot of people on that dumb time. Sometimes they're targeted because they look at them as disposable members of society that nobody will believe and nobody will care about, and they are the first targeted. I'm just saying. So the fact that some people are trying to like laugh about it. To me, knowing what I know of the world, and if you read any type of paper on what happens with mentally disabled people or cognitively impaired people with their caretakers out in the world, them having plenty. How many times have you read an article about a woman that might have had the mental capacity of a 7-year-old and they're pregnant? Like, people are sick and they target the most vulnerable. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so anyway, we got that going. So we don't know if she came down 5 hours. Okay, fine. Rochester, New York, it's a 5-hour drive. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes me and my man likes driving. We will drive a 5 or 6 hour drive. It's a lot, but whatever. I do not think somebody made a round trip, but we don't actually know what the scenario was because NBC News, this mainstream media outlet that's trying to get to the truth in a thinly described hit piece, only gave us little blips of the interview in order to...
Exactly. That wasn't the whole interview, y'all. They chopped up the interview. And the daddy may not even be close to his daughter. He wasn't even at the interview with her. You know, and she has that, where if she get too upset, she will go into a seizure. You know what I mean? And then if you read I think it's the Monster song by Kanye. Read the part that had that Jay-Z's one verse, okay? Read that. And I know, just read that one. That's the only one I can think of at this one moment. Did you ever wonder how they found out who she was? Yeah, Busbee told them. Who it was. Yeah. And that's the way I think that he said he would tell them who it was, but it would have to be confidential. They would have signed an NDA. They would have signed an NDA that they wouldn't tell the public, but they wouldn't mind telling them who all the John Does and Jane Does are to the lawyers and to the clients, but they cannot. Busbee is the lawyer for the victims. He said he would tell them who all of them are, but they can't tell it to the public. And they didn't want that. They want to be able to tell the public so all of the fans, all that can hound and harass them like they're doing the Jane Doe that came out in the D&G shirt. You know, she's being harassed and bullied and all of that every day. Yeah. All right, so let's continue. Let's see what's going on.
Make it look the most damning. You did a big one, NBC, Universal, Disney. You did a big one. Okay, so we have that. To me, all that other stuff can be explained away. It really can. Like, it really can. However, the one thing that cannot be explained away is the father. The father is a key piece to the story. The father picked her up. NBC, they didn't say there, but in the article, they said that the father registered, like from their registered address. And I was like, okay, is that your address? Because I still got my license from like 8 houses ago, 15 years ago. Like, was that your actual address? Or was it just like, that's the last time you registered and you didn't forward your mail? But the fact that the father was the one that was supposed to pick her up, and he says he doesn't remember that, well, it makes me think two things. Who doesn't remember having to get up at whatever time to drive
Thank you.
5 hours to pick up their 13-year-old daughter at a gas station in, I'm assuming, Jersey? Who doesn't remember that? I think you would have to be one of the worst parents in the world.
Hey, you're the mental monkey. What do you mean? You're weird. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Be nice to people. Let's all be nice.
Not to remember, even out of the sheer annoyance and terror, you get into the car, somebody you love is telling you that they're at a gas station. You get into the car.
Oh yeah, the dad. He's weird. I don't know. I think something was up with him 20 years ago because they were saying something about him 20 years ago. What kind of dad don't remember picking up his daughter and she crying and all of this kind of stuff? Whatever.
You're driving. 2000, if people have cell phones casually in 2000, you're worried, you're scared, you're driving. You get there, I would assume she looked like hell, blew over, and then you guys drive back. Who wouldn't remember that?
Yeah, you're the monkey.
Were you
Mental
annoyed?
monkey.
Were you frustrated? Were
Metal
you worried?
monkey.
Were you nervous?
I'm sorry.
It just doesn't add up. To me, that is the most damning thing.
You're so
and why
true.
would Tony Busbee censor her father in the lawsuit if her father didn't saying he doesn't remember that? Was this lawsuit vetted at all? Why would you? But you didn't have to put her father in there. All you had to say was she was picked up and she drove back home. Why would you censor her father?
Exactly.
Again, why would her father say, I don't remember that? Don't give me that shit about, oh, you have to tell her, shut up.
I wonder if he was paid off. What do y'all think?
Anything.
You think Jay-Z allegedly paid him off?
Are you like strong father? Or are you like Pookie from New Jack City?
I mean, Jay-Z's people.
It doesn't look like they were interviewed together. And what father, if your daughter is anonymous and you're doing all this other stuff and he's trying to say, what father is going to give a statement that makes their daughter look bad? Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to tell the truth in court.
I understand.
What father, when asked for comment, is going to be like, I don't remember anything of that, like that. As a matter of fact, it seems like something I would remember.
And I know they talked. I think they still live together. I know they talked about this case, her and the daddy. I don't know. It's something weird though. And Busbee, he better have an answer. That's all I know.
Who offered the father up? Everybody's thinking it's Tony Busbee, but did Jay-Z's investigators get a hold of the father?
See?
In the article, it says that around that time, for what was going on with the father and the stuff the father was into, that's what Tony Busbee said. The girl said that her and her father even argue to this day about him not remembering whole chunks of his life, leading me to believe that there was something else going on, that the father was not present. But again, the father didn't have to give a statement to NBC News. The fact that he did, I don't know. Again, nobody's asking you to lie in court, but who would give?
You Pacific, do you see what we talking about? We talking about somebody being S8 and stuff. Come on. And all of that.
As spoke to NBC News to make their daughter look better. That's what to make your daughter look
that's
worse.
suspicious.
That's
I think they did
I
get
don't remember,
to it.
actually. I don't remember. And it seems like something I would remember. It seems like very offish. Would you not agree? It seems very offish, right? It's not the fact.
Sorry.
The father would forget. Who said that? Let me read these super chats really quick. Jamal, what's up, Jamal Johnson? How you doing?
Alright.
Look at this
Why
New
she
York
read
City
that?
says,
Y'all tell me.
this case is thrown out and Busbee took the bait. This
What do
all
y'all
seems like a
think?
walk in the park for Jay. It does seem like a
Yeah,
really
y'all
big
please
walk
hit the
in
subscribe
park. Jamal
button.
Johnson, thank you so much for
I'm like
becoming a
30
YouTube
from
member.
having
It does seem like a
500.
walk in
I
the
am
park,
so
but the one thing,
excited.
y'all got me out here out of bed. The one
Yeah,
thing that
it's like
really
3
it is,
a.m.
but
3
just even if we can
a.m.
go down that road,
I
would it
heard
be a
this in my
simpler thing
sleep.
that Jay-Z actually was telling
And
the
I
truth?
was like,
And
oh
Tony
my
Busbee
God, I
his
got it.
name in
Let
a
me
lawsuit
tell
and
the
didn't
people.
vet the lawsuit.
Let me
And then
tell the
dropped that
people.
lawsuit on Blue Ivy's
But
movie suit.
let me just
Which,
skip some
if
because I
Jay-Z's
think.
guilty, it was a stunning move. If Jay-Z's innocent, it was one of the most fucked up things.
Just a minute. But if
Can't
he's innocent,
make any
yeah.
things. He can't
Here we go.
make any filings in court to argue with this. So it has to turn into something on social media, and we all know who controls the press cycle. Let me go to his website really quick before we do the emergency motion.
I'm
Let's see what he's
sorry.
saying.
Here we go. Turn. Y'all. Wait a minute. There we go.
I just went to Tony Busbee's Instagram because I wanted to see what his reaction was and what he is doing. And this is what Tony Busbee's doing, you guys.
Oh my God. Look at Tony Busbee, y'all. Oh my God. They say that's how he relax. He play the guitar, he play the piano, music. Yeah, he got something coming.
Y'all.
He got something coming.
Tony Busbee, while the world is crumbling, is literally having a mariachi band in a very, very nice private dinner setting overlooking the Mexican Riviera is being serenaded by mariachi bands.
Oh, you go there and you're the metal monkey.
Tony Busbee needs his
He got Busbee got some up his sleeve, y'all.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
He literally screamed.
Please hit the subscribe button.
He's subbing.
Yeah, he has some
Alex
up his
Girl and
sleeve.
Jay-Z.
Watch.
They start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. And he even screamed out, I want to be on top of the hill. So he's saying that when he is done with his Mexican
I love to hear it one day.
he is going to dig in Jay-Z and Alex
You're
Girl.
the metal monkey. I'd love to hear your music.
Lord. Where's the simulation?
Oh my God, Tony, but yeah, he's funny to me. He better have something. Oh, he better have a response.
Literally talking about all this stuff. Jay-Z talking about we don't fight for victory, we fight from victory. Mwah. No bars. We're about to get into this thing. Wrote like the grief of his life based off of that hit piece. And Tony Busbee is watching a mariachi band serenade him from his private dining area while he looks over the moonlight in the Mexican Riviera, screaming, I want to be a part of it, New York, New York.
Oh my God. He has he has a plan.
Let me collect myself. I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta say, I like characters. When people do crazy, I just like it. It tickles me. Life's too boring. I like people that just...
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Oh my God.
And y'all know what? I love y'all and I appreciate all of y'all coming in. Y'all can go to Tisa Tells. She's about to read the document from Jay-Z. I want to be feeling better tomorrow, so, well, in a couple hours. So, in case Tony Busbee comes up here. But, y'all, I appreciate y'all being in here with me. After 3 a.m. on the East Coast. I appreciate it so much. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there because things are not what they seem. And I also wanted to tell y'all that I got on the computer and downloaded a video yesterday. I finally got on there and pulled down the video. I was so proud. And none of y'all came. One person. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all can go on Tisa's page and watch the documents. But Busbee will be back with something. He has 48 hours to respond. All right. I love y'all. Good night.